Most gym goers are obsessed with size that they completely ignore shape. You see guys who've been lifting for years. They're big, sure, but they still don't have that sharp athletic look that actually stands out. Meanwhile, some calisthenics athlete doing pull-ups in a park has a better physique than 95% of gym goers. It's not just genetics. Most fitness creators completely miss this. Certain movements don't just build muscle. They shape your entire frame differently. So in this video, I'll show you exactly why calisthenics builds a different physique and how you can build that look naturally. So why do most physiques look average? Most people train with one goal and one goal only: make the muscle bigger. So their routine becomes focused on isolated tension. And everything happens in perfectly stable positions where the body barely has to coordinate anything. And yes, the muscles do grow, but over time, something strange happens. Their physique starts looking dense without looking athletic. Big but compressed. Because muscle size alone doesn't automatically create an aesthetic shape. A lot of modern gym training is built around isolating muscles in stable positions. And while that absolutely builds size, it doesn't always change how the body looks structurally. Meanwhile, calisthenics athletes often look completely different, even without massive muscle mass. Their shoulders become wider, making their waist appear narrower. And their entire upper body develops far more separation and contrast. And none of that requires massive size. It actually comes from the type of movement their body adapts to. One of the biggest differences with calisthenics is that your body can't rely on external stability. The moment you start doing pull-ups, dips, ring work, or even harder push-up variations, your entire body has to organize itself together. Your shoulders, scapula, and core all have to work in sync under tension. And that changes how your physique actually develops. In bodybuilding style training, the goal is often to isolate muscles as much as possible. But in calisthenics, the body is constantly learning how to stabilize, balance, and transfer force through space. And visually, your waist appears tighter, your shoulders open up, even your posture improves. Better posture alone can make your entire frame look more athletic. This is the real reason advanced calisthenics athletes often look naturally aesthetic even before they become extremely muscular. Their body is adapting to movement quality, not just muscle size. But there's another reason calisthenics physiques look so visually different. A lot of calisthenics movements place muscles under tension in lengthened positions. Think about deep dips, deficit push-ups, and full-range pull-ups. These exercises force muscles to produce more tension while stretched, stabilized, and fully extended. That creates a very different stimulus compared to short machine ranges or partial reps. For example, deep dips heavily stretch the chest and front delts at the bottom position. Straight arm work places insane tension through the lats and serratus. Over time, these areas become far more visually pronounced, and those are the exact muscles that create the aesthetic illusion. Because aesthetics is often about exaggerating proportions, the muscles are being shaped through movement patterns that emphasize stretch, leverage, and body positioning. Now here's the part most people misunderstand. A lot of people think calisthenics athletes only look better because they're lean. But that's not the full story. Calisthenics naturally rewards relative strength relative to your own body weight. And once that becomes the focus, your body starts adapting differently. Extra body fat and unnecessary mass immediately become disadvantages. You can hide bad movement quality under heavy weights sometimes, but you cannot hide it during difficult body weight movements. Your body either controls itself or it doesn't. And because of that, calisthenics athletes usually stay within a physique range where movement efficiency remains high. Calisthenics is about efficiency, not just mass. That's why the physiques often look leaner, sharper, and more athletic overall. Now the good news is, you do not need elite genetics to build this kind of physique. Because the goal is not just to gain muscle, but rather to develop proportions. Which takes us to how to build that look. It all starts with choosing movements that actually shape the body the right way. Focus on mastering full-range pull-ups and deep dips before chasing complicated skills. Pull-ups build width by expanding the lats and upper back. Dips create dense upper body development through the chest, shoulders, and triceps, while also training stability at the same time. Overhead bodyweight work builds the shoulder stability that creates a more athletic frame. And ring exercises take this even further. But that's a progression for later. Now, a big mistake would be shortening every rep. Sadly, your muscles don't reward shortcuts. Half reps might move more weight, but they remove the deep stretch and tension that actually changes how the muscle develops visually. A full range of motion loads the muscle in positions most people never train. You also have to understand that calisthenics is built around relative strength. In bodybuilding, you can continue gaining size even while carrying a decent amount of extra body fat. But with calisthenics, your own body becomes the resistance. So the heavier and less efficient you are, the harder every movement becomes. That naturally pushes people towards staying leaner while getting stronger at the same time. And visually, that combination creates far more contrast and a physique that looks athletic. But none of this works for long if the movements never get harder. The physiques that stand out are usually built from getting brutally strong at the basics over time. Weighted pull-ups, heavy bodyweight rows. Because once you can control your body through those movements with serious strength, your physique has no choice but to adapt. And high reps matter too. When controlled, they can create massive time under tension through long ranges of motion. That combination of heavy relative strength and high tension volume is a huge reason calisthenics physiques often look dense, athletic, and defined without needing extreme body weight. Now you understand why some physiques instantly stand out. It's not always because they have more muscle, it's because their body adapted to completely different demands. Because in the end, physique is shaped by movement. And if you want to learn the exact training principles behind building that aesthetic look naturally, watch this video right here.